Hello, my name is Allison Carmen, and welcome to my podcast, 10 Minutes to Less Suffering. And the name of today's podcast is Hope Comes from the Inside. And this has been on my mind lately because of certain emails I get about my podcast. Most of the emails I get are people telling me how much the podcast has encouraged them and inspired them, and I love getting them, so please keep writing. But the last couple of months, I've gotten a couple of emails where people have gotten upset with me. And I'm not mad. All comments are always welcome. And the reason why they're upset, because they don't understand how I always say there's hope when they see things happening in the world that are challenging or inhumane or horrible. And they believe that I am selling a false sense of hope, that they know where the world is going and maybe doesn't make any sense to them because they are bracing for doom and gloom. And I engage in the conversations, and I totally respect and understand that we all have a right to view the state of the world. We all have a right to view the state of our lives, the state of what's happening with our children, however we want to. It's our perspective. No one could tell us we're right or wrong. But what I do know is that living with a perspective of doom and gloom is very painful. Every day you live in this negative place where things are bad and they're going to get worse. It's hard to stay present. It's hard to stay joyful. It's hard to enjoy the moment and to really plan and create and make many changes in the world that you want to see, because it's coming from a place of, I don't think things could really change or happen. And what's also most fascinating to me is that despair that these people talk about is really an addiction to certainty. No matter what someone tells you, if they're giving you statistics or telling you a story, when they sell you despair about what will be in the future, they are saying they know. And if they're always negative and they're never feeling hopeful and they always think bad things are happening, that is an addiction to certainty. Based on what I see today, this is what tomorrow will bring. I'm not talking about ignoring scientific evidence, but the truth is nobody knows the future. Nobody knows what's going to happen the next moment. And if you could change your relationship with uncertainty and open your heart to the unknown, if there is a possibility of change, if there is a possibility of good things happening, if there is a possibility of a miracle coming your way, you will find it, because you're just living in a different place. If a change could happen, you will be on the front lines making that change. It takes a lot of resilience and a beautiful relationship with uncertainty to make changes in the world. In order to cultivate hope, we have to know that the future is unknown. And that's why I talk about maybe all the time, because maybe is hope without attachment. What we're saying is no one knows what's going to happen next. Yes, you could think that something is probable. Yes, you could tell me what's happening today, but you have no idea what tomorrow will bring. And that idea is what fuels hope. It fuels us to get up in the morning and say, I'm going to try. I'm going to go out in the world and I'm going to try to start that business. I'm going to go out in the world and try to join my community board. I'm going to go out in the world and join this not-for-profit. I'm going to go out in the world and start dating because I could believe I could find love, even though I have no reason to think it other than the future's unknown. And that is the beauty of life. It is the unknown where everything new happens. And it is an unlimited playing field where things you can't even imagine can be. Things that are dreams in your heart, things that are dreams for the world. So we have to remember that doom and gloom is easy. It's fear-based. It has a weakness to it. But to sit up straight and have hope and believe that things can change, that is a sign of strength. That is the sign of resilience. And even if we go out in the world and things don't work out, remember, rejection is a redirection, and we never know what the next breath will be. I'd rather spend my entire life living in maybe and going out there and pursuing my dreams and pursuing my hopes and being disappointed than sitting in a corner saying things can never change. It's a short path and an easy way to do nothing and to also feel so much misery. So when you feel doom and gloom and you don't believe in the hope, the present gets cloudy. It's hard to laugh. It's hard to feel joy because you're feeling this drudgery in your life every day. But if you have hope and if you have maybe, you're going to ride the moment lighter. When you see something you don't like, you're not going to fall apart. You're going to say, oh, this is a difficult and challenging problem I didn't expect, but I don't know what's going to happen. How can I change this? How can I be with this? How can I not resist? Is there something we can do? Is there something left for me to enjoy in this day? That's the beauty of maybe. It helps you make the most out of every day and the most out of the day after that and the day after that. It is an openness to the future and again, an openness to the unlimited field of possibilities. There is every reason to hold hope in your life. It's just when we get rigid and we say, this is the only way my life can be good. That's not true. There are many ways to be okay. And as Michael Singer says, we're okay when we decide to be okay. So we make that determination. We stand up straight. We accept what's happening. We open up. We know the future is unknown and we know it has infinite possibilities. And then we take our dreams and we take our beliefs or our thoughts or our faith or whatever it's going to be, and we try again and again and again. No one could tell you you don't have potential. No one could tell you the world doesn't have potential. We have a right every day, every moment, every breath, we begin again if we believe in the unlimited possibilities of uncertainty. And if you get caught and something in front of you is really hard to look at, maybe it's a problem at work, a problem with your child, a problem with what's happening in the world, you ask yourself, am I absolutely certain this thought is true? Am I absolutely certain the world can't get better? Am I absolutely certain my child can't get better? Am I absolutely certain I'm not going to fall in love again? Am I absolutely certain I can't find a new job? And the beauty of life is you cannot be certain of any fear, any worry, or any doubt. So what else is there? There's the maybe. Maybe new things will enter my life. Maybe there is hope and I just can't see what's going to happen next. Maybe I will find my way. Maybe I will meet that new person. Maybe if I go back to school, I'll find that job, or maybe I just haven't found the job yet. Maybe there's a path to peace. Maybe there's something I can do to make the world better. And all you need is a little maybe and a little light and a little hope for you to realize that doom and gloom is not the only voice in the room. There's maybe and there's hope and there's a field of unlimited possibilities. And yes, in the world, there exists the maybe not, but that's just one part of uncertainty. If you don't know, that means there's potential, there's possibilities, and yes, there are miracles. So I hope you remember this, and remember uncertainty is your best friend. Don't let the stories in your mind fool you. Don't let the moment make you feel that things can't change, because that's not true. You have maybe, and the world has maybe. For me, this practice and idea has made me feel more fearless. It has made me embrace uncertainty and has allowed me to take risks and chances and get up every day and believe in a life filled with possibilities. And I hope the same for you, because for all you know, maybe the best is yet to come. Thank you for listening to this podcast today. If you'd like to get in touch with me, you can email me at allison@allisoncarmen.com. If you'd like to buy my books, The Gift of Maybe, A Year Without Men, Maybe Everything's Okay, A Parent's Guide to Less Stress and Worry, you can find them at all major bookstores and online retailers. If you'd like to buy my Maybe cards or my Maybe digital journal, they're available on Amazon and Etsy. And most of all, if you like this podcast, I hope you subscribe and leave a comment.